So we are back with another unboxing for BOXYCHARM. I have two boxes this month. I have the premium box and I also have the regular subscription box. Today's video will consist of both boxes. I'll be comparing them, telling you the products I like, I don't like. I'll be using some out of each box and kind of breaking down price point, value, and number of products that you receive, etc. For each individual box. If you guys are interested in this kind of video, you guys love my BOXYCHARM videos, definitely keep on watching. If you're new here on my channel, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to click that little bell so you can be notified every single Wednesday and Friday when I upload, because your girl is back uploading. So let's get into the video and unbox these boxes that I got sitting next to me. So as always here on my channel, every time I do a BOXYCHARM unboxing, I like to show you guys a little postcard that comes with it, because it does have the products on it as well as the description and the retail value for each of them. And this month's theme is BOXYCHARM Breaking the Ice. So this is what the postcards look like. Obviously the smaller one came in the regular box and the bigger one came in the premium box. And on the back you do have the product. So every product that's in the box, as well as a little brief description and the price point of each. That way you have a little bit of knowledge about the products that you're using outside of, you know, what the packaging says. So that's always nice. Those are both the postcards for this month. I do want to start off with the BOXYCHARM regular subscription box. This is what the box looks like. If you guys remember, the box was literally probably like half this size before, and then they did the upgrade, which is why it is now $25 a month for this box. They do have a retail value of over $125 in the box, so you receive about 5 products in your box every month that will equal more or exactly $125. Never have I seen it be exactly $125, and even when it was valued over $100, you know, prior, it was always over $100. So that's with this one, and you do get beauty products and skincare products in this subscription. This is the basic subscription. Now, in order to get the premium, which I'm about to show you now, you have to be a BOXYCHARM subscriber of the regular box, and then once you get approved to be premium, you can cancel the regular and just keep the premium, or you can do both like I did this month. So this is the box for the premium. It is definitely a lot bigger, as you guys can see. When I saw this box, I was like, whoa, that box is big. So it is big and it does have a lot of depth. So this is the box for the premium, and this one has a retail value of over $175. Let me just check. Yes, over $175, and you get 6 to 7 full-size products every single month that again value over that. And this box does have a price point of $35 a month. So you have 25, 35, and then you have the BOXYLUXE, which we're not going to get into. So now I'm going to get into the makeup portion of all of this, and I'm going to start using some products. I will let you know what box it came from, how much it is, all that good stuff like I normally do. And then any products that I'm not using that came in either box, I will let you guys know what those are at the end. I feel like majority of people are here just to see what kind of look I create, and, you know, for the makeup. I'm always here for the makeup. So we're going to start with that today instead of divulging products one by one. Let me know what you guys think about that concept down in the comment section down below. So that way I know, and I know whether or not I should move forward doing the same thing or switch it up. So I am going to start with this FARSALI Liquid Glass Radiance Serum with hyaluronic acid. And it looks like this, well, the packaging, and then obviously opening it up. It's a really cute glass bottle. I do have the FARSALI Rose Gold Elixir Drops, which I don't really use anymore, but I am interested in using this one specifically because it has hyaluronic acid in it. You guys know, if you've watched my previous video, that I was having a lot of trouble with my skin. And although it might look a little crazy still, like scarring and stuff now, believe me, my skin is in a much better place than it was when I wasn't filming. These drops do retail for $54. It does state that this serum is supposed to hydrate the skin, leaving a radiant glow. Again, it has hyaluronic acid in it. It's supposed to help to plump and improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and it can be used as a hydrating skincare serum or as a radiance boosting primer before makeup. So we are going to be using it as a primer today, but I'm also going to put it on my face again because of the hyaluronic acid, and I want to really see how this product is going to work for my skin. So just like all the other drops, it does have a little droplet, and I'm just going to drop a little here, here, and probably down here. I don't want to use too much, but I want to use like just enough. So then I'm just going to rub this into my skin. It smells really, really good. I will say that. This product really feels really nice on the skin. I'm going to bring it down to my neck because I feel like it's important to get that neck. This definitely does not feel like the rose gold elixir drops. It's definitely a different type of formula and feel. My skin seems to be absorbing this really, really well. It's not super oily or anything like that, and it just like sinks in really, really well. So far so good. I really like it, and I'm surprised. I thought, honestly, when I saw the product, I was happy about it, but I thought that it was going to be like super oily and I wouldn't like really gravitate towards it that much, but I feel like I'm going to be using this a lot. So that was really nice. Also, so you guys are aware, this did come from the premium subscription box, which makes me happy that I purchased it for an additional $35 because that having a retail value of $54, my $35 is right there. So even if this is the only thing that I like out of that box, which I know it's not, I'm satisfied. So that came in that. The next product I have from the same box, this is their $1 Billion Brows Bestseller Kit. And it's just an eyebrow kit. You have an eyebrow pencil, a concealer and highlighter pencil, smudge brush, and a brow gel. So these are all 4 of the products. This is the concealer and highlighter. This is the pencil, the smudger brush, and the brow gel. I'll definitely be using the brow gel today. This pencil looks like something I've received in a BOXYCHARM box before, if I'm not mistaken. But there's that I won't be using just because I've already filled in my brows a little bit. I do want to try this concealer and highlighter pen, probably the concealer side. Let's just see. It might be a little too light. Maybe I'll use the smudger brush just to kind of smudge a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just run this underneath my brow. Yeah, this is super light, but hopefully it blends out a little seamlessly. So just do a little line like that. Then I'm going to take this brush. So it's definitely a little light, but as you guys can see, it definitely helped define the brow a little bit better than what it was originally. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this brow. So I did use the darker side of the two. I feel like this side right here was good to kind of define the brows a little bit better, and I love the fact that it didn't blend out super brightening, but it does add a little bit of like a highlighting effect. Now I'm just going to conceal my lids and we can get started on the eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, I have 2 palettes and 1 individual shadow that I did receive all together in these boxes. For the regular subscription box, I did receive this Ace Beauty Scarlet Dust palette, which I think packaging is super beautiful. It is cardboard packaging, kind of like that ColourPop packaging. And then in the inside, this is what the color story looks like. I think it's super pretty. I could do something with just these. I could do these right here. You do have some shimmers, but they seem to be like nothing too intense of a shimmer. But I really love the color story on this palette. It's super beautiful, and I can see myself using this. We also have this Lolita eyeshadow. It's just a single eyeshadow, and I'm not sure what the shade is. This is in the shade Lolita. Wow. Duh. So this is what this one looks like. It's more like a, I don't know, like a purple, brown, help me out here. But yeah, you guys see what this looks like. So that's this shadow, which I think is super pretty. And then lastly, I have the Too Faced Palm Springs palette. And this right here is also very pretty. So we have this and then those other two. And I also love the color story on this palette as well. So I think I want to go in with this one. I kind of have a visual of what I want to do. So I think we're going to play a little bit with this one. I might incorporate a little bit of this shade just because I feel like it matches these over here. And then save the Too Faced palette for another video. So I think the first shadow that I'm going to grab is called Lotus, which is this shadow right here. It's kind of like a dusty pinky kind of shade. And I'm just going to use this and rock this back and forth in my crease. This is definitely very pink. A little bit more pink than I thought it would be. But I'm just going to brush this lightly back and forth in my crease. I'm going to use this as a transition shade, even though typically I would use more of like a natural bone colored shadow as like my transition, but sometimes I just feel bold and will go in with a color, you know, outside of being neutral. Now that I have that color a little laid out, I do want to grab a little bit of Lolita, and I'm going to try to be light-handed with this shadow just because it did say that it's super pigmented. So less is more, I'm assuming. And I'm tapping it on the outer corner and then bringing it into my crease and just kind of blending that all together. This shadow is definitely making it a lot more like purpley, which is what I want. Now I think I want to grab a little bit of Bahamas, which is of the lighter burgundy shade right here in the center. And again, focus this mainly on like my outer V area, like right out here, and just kind of place and press this shadow out here first and then slowly build it up. This shade is really, really pretty on its own. It's like a burgundy but has a purple hues in it, like purple pink hues, and it just blends very, very nicely with the rest of these shadows. So I'm just blending it out, just trying to perfect that blend. And I'll go back in with that first brush just to really help blend everything out even more. Just because that brush was a little bit more fluffier than this one, and this one will help just to kind of blend it out even more. So that way it's like nice and seamless and doesn't look too choppy. So originally I was going to go in with Aurora right here, this shimmery burgundy kind of color, but I think I want to switch it up a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting, I suppose, and grab Hibiscus, which is a shimmery orange kind of shade. It's like a shimmery tangerine kind of shade. And I'm going to pick this up on a flat brush, tap it off a little bit, and then I am going to spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus spray, just because I feel like it's necessary. And then I'm going to place this on the inner part of my eye. As I'm placing this, it doesn't look as orange as it does in the pan. I could have definitely cut my crease for this, but I didn't want anything too defined. So I'm just putting it on like this because I feel like it gives it more of like a seamless blend and look when you just do it this way. With a different flat brush, I am going to grab a little bit of Aurora, which is that shimmery burgundy color I was telling you guys about. So I'm also going to, again, spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus spray, and then I'm going to put this in the center of my lid. I actually really like that. I like the orange and the pink together. Now that I put this pink next to it, you can definitely tell that it's orange. As before, when I didn't have this shimmery pink next to it or this burgundy color, you couldn't really tell that it was orange. It looked more like it blended in. But now it has a little bit of definition with this shadow. With a little bit of Nocturnal, which is like this darker, like brown burgundy color, but it's like the deepest shade in the palette. And I'm going to place a little bit of that on my outer corner. Just kind of add a little bit of definition out here. Not too much though, just like very little. So to me that looks super pretty. It definitely screams kind of springish to me if you ask me, but I really, really love the way that all these shadows just kind of intertwined and mixed together. And I love the fact that I was still able to use this Kat Von D shade right here with this eye look, because again, this shadow does go really well with this palette. So I think it looks good. Hopefully you guys think the same. I am going to do the other eye off camera, put on lashes, and a couple of other steps. I only have, honestly, like 2 more products to use on camera with you guys. So we're almost done with the makeup portion of it all. I think what I'm going to do is do the other eye, put on my lashes, put on my foundation, come back, and then do the rest of my face with you all. And then we could talk about the products that I did not use. So my lashes are on, foundation is on. Now I'm going to conceal. And I told you guys in a previous BOXYCHARM unboxing that they were going to start incorporating complexion products. And this month is the first month that we've received a full-size complexion product. I have the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer, and it just looks like this. Mine is in this shade 63, which is the middle ground. I'm hoping it's not going to be too light. It looks like it'll be just right, but we'll test this out. Obviously it does retail for $25, and it says it's a lightweight gel serum concealer formulated to be hydrating, buildable, and provide medium coverage with a natural flawless finish. It's infused with vitamin E and some other things to keep the skin moisturized and rejuvenated and improve the skin's appearance. It has an angled doe foot applicator, which I tend to love, and it makes it easy to use and precisely apply, and it helps obviously to brighten the complexion, cover dark circles. It's supposed to be blendable, long wearing, and great for all skin types, so we're definitely going to be using this. Honestly, the BOXYCHARM box that I received, like the little sample packet in, it was either of this concealer or the Becca foundation. I would have preferred the concealer, but I'm happy that I got the full size. So I don't know if the people that they gave the foundations swatches to get the concealers and the ones who got the concealers get the foundations. Not really sure about that, but nonetheless, I'm happy that I got the concealer, and I'm super excited to try this. So I am going to place this underneath my eyes as I normally would, and looking at it, like just putting it on right now, this seems like the perfect shade for me. It does say it's medium coverage and buildable, so I am going to use my, what is this, Juno & Co sponge. This is actually not the one that I would prefer to use. I like the other one that's more like the Beauty Blender. This one to me is more the shape of the Morphe sponge, which I do enjoy the Morphe sponge, but just to get right in these corners. It does feel very lightweight underneath my eyes and on my skin. I really don't feel it at all, to be honest. I'm just trying to make sure it's blended out, but it seems to be blending out super easy and just like no effort at all. It's not adding too much of like a brightening effect underneath my eyes. A little bit more so in person than on camera, but I would definitely use this concealer in the sense that it says like it's a gel kind of formula or consistency. I will say that when you put it on, it does feel cold, like cooling, refreshing, and I kind of like that. But seriously, the way this is blending out is just super flawless, and I really like it. If you have like really bad dark under circles or, you know, blemishes or whatever that you really want to cover up, I wouldn't suggest using this concealer just because it's definitely not full coverage. But it does say again that you can build it up. But I really like it. It's super lightweight, super like natural. It's like a really good concealer. From what I can tell, I do really like it. I'm actually happy. And I'm surprised that I got a shade that I can actually use. Like, I'm super surprised. So for now, that's all the products that I'm going to be using for my face. I do have one more, which is a lip product. But let's go ahead and finish off the rest of this face really quickly. I'm going to be using my Milk Makeup Powder to set underneath my eyes. So I'm not baking, as you guys can see. I'm just just like literally just setting my face with that powder. And I'm not going to use a secondary powder today to set the rest of my face. I just kind of just drag that, it's not translucent, but it is at the same time. It's translucent medium. But I do love that powder. I haven't been using it, and I'm kind of glad I kind of picked it back up. For bronzer, I'm just going to use my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. It's just what I love. I'm going to use this Morphe M527 brush. This is like a new brush that I got to use for bronzer. So I'm just going to use this just to add a little bit of bronziness to my face, but try not to like overdo it, you know, just a little bit. I really like this bronzer because I feel like it's like pigmented but not super pigmented where it goes on strong. You can actually like really build it up to what you want it to be. So I really like that. I think I'm gonna go into the Cocoa Contour Kit and grab a little bit of this shade right here, which is medium cocoa, and just use a little bit of that to kind of like contour my cheek area just to make it a little bit more defined. I do like it like this, but I just want to add just a little bit of something extra. For blush, I am gonna go with the NARS Orgasm blush, and then after I put on blush, I am going to work on my bottom lash line, my lower lash line, bottom lash line, however you want to say it. I'm going to work on that next because I do want to finish out the eyes, but I am going to grab a little bit of this NARS blush. This is definitely a good blush to use for this eyeshadow look. It has like a little bit of shine in it, so that's kind of nice to add to the highlight. So before I actually move on to my eyes, I almost forgot to contour my nose. So I am going to take medium cocoa in the Too Faced palette and just use this to sculpt out my nose a little bit, just to add a light contour to my nose because it's looking a little lost. Reverting to the under eyes really quickly, it's super simple. I'm just going to grab Crimson, which is the lighter orange right here. It does not look that vibrant on camera, or at least what I'm looking at, but believe me, this is a vibrant orange shade right here, and I'm gonna put that underneath my eye, like on my bottom lash line, and I'm just gonna smudge that one color out and just kind of call it a day as far as like my under eye goes. So I'm just gonna drag this across the entire lower lash line, and honestly, as I'm doing this, it doesn't even look super orange. It kind of looks a little red. So I'm actually going to be adding a little bit of Sangria, which is the darker shade right here. And I'm going to place that closest to my lash line with this flat definer brush. And I'm just going to really press it up against there because I actually do feel like I need a secondary color. And then taking a little bit of Sunset, this bright orange over here. It's like a matte orange, but bright. I mean, the other shade is matte too, but it's more like vibrant, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it. But I'm going to take that one, which is definitely way more orange than the first shade that we used, and just use that just to blend everything all together. And just kind of mix all three shades together. So for highlighter today, I am going to be using the Nikki Tutorials Highlighter Trio. I'm going to use this shade right here, which is the golden shade called Space Baby. And I'm going to use this NYX fan brush for the sides of my face right here. Now for the lip, I have this MANNA Beauty Simplified little lip situation. This is their Lip Whip Dream. I believe that's the shade name because that's what it says on the bottom. But I have this for my lips. I did already line them with the ColourPop BFF lip pencil just because I felt like the shades were kind of similar. Before I apply the lip, I do want to say that this is a matte lip color that is whipped to perfection, easy to apply, formulated with long-lasting pigments that don't dry out your lips. It does retail for $21, and I did get this in the regular BOXYCHARM box. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this to my lips. I love me a matte lip. It's definitely more on the pink side. Super thin, but not like too thin where it doesn't have pigment. I mean, you guys can see the pigmentation is definitely there. Real quickly before we end all of this, I do want to use the brow gel. I know I told you guys I was going to use it. I believe it's clear. It looks clear to me. So I'm just going to coat my brows hairs a little bit with this. I did go over my brows a little bit off camera just to fix them up, because I do find that oftentimes after doing my brows, putting on foundation, powder, concealer, all of that, they do tend to get a little crazy. And I don't like to really perfect my brows to the very end. So that's the brow gel. It seemed very like lightweight as well, and not too heavy on the brows or anything. But I also don't feel like it's gonna give it like super strong staying power. Okay, so let's just break down everything and talk about the products that were not used or may have been used but not on camera. We're gonna start with the BOXYCHARM regular box. Now this box, I did do the math, and it does total $130.99 for all the products that came in this box this month. So the first product being the concealer, which we used today. Love, love, love the concealer. We'll continue to use it. And again, that retails for $25. Then the Ace Beauty eyeshadow palette also came in this box, which you guys see the look that I came out with today. I kind of feel like the orange, in a sense, is kind of being taken away from. That's in the inner corner now that, you know, my full face is done. But I still love the way it all just kind of seamlessly blends together. I also received this. This is SKIN&CO ROMA Truffle Therapy. This is their Polishing Micro Exfoliating Truffle Face GOMMAGE. I believe that's how you say it. Not really sure. It does retail for $28. This is supposed to be a delicate exfoliating cream with a rich texture and soothing fragrance. It has a lush formula combining the best of the iconic Mediterranean lifestyle and the luxury Italian spa experience. It's supposed to be a beauty cabinet staple. It has a lot of other, you know, like ingredients and stuff. However, I don't know if I would use this right now just because my skin is in the place that it's in, and I really don't want to use things that I'm unsure about, especially like face products, so, or skincare, I should say. So I did get this. I haven't tried it. I don't think I plan on trying it, at least right now. The fourth product in the box, which I didn't use and I'm super excited to try, is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. And it looks like this. I was honestly looking at this product, like looking into purchasing it before I got my box. And then when I got my box, I was super excited because it's like, yes, I don't have to go out and buy it. I have it. I can try it. If I love it, I'll buy more of it if I run out. But this is the Watermelon Sleeping Mask. It's supposed to be bouncy, breathable sleeping mask that smooths and perfects skin overnight. This pillow-proof formula acts as a radiance-boosting face mask formulated with soothing amino acid-rich watermelon extract, hydrating hyaluronic acid, and pore-refining AHAs that work while you sleep to gently exfoliate and clarify, and it does retail for $22. And then the final thing that came in this box was the brow kit with the highlighter and concealer pencil, the pencil itself, the smudge brush, and the brow gel. Again, the brow gel I just recently used, and it just, I don't know, it just seemed like just the brow gel. It doesn't really feel like it's going to do anything as far as like staying power, but I don't know. I'm not mad at the concealer and highlighters little duo. I will just use the concealer side just because I feel like it's already light to where I don't necessarily need the highlighting side, but I do see myself using that more. So this is the premium box for BOXYCHARM, and again, it had so many good things in this box. I'm truly blown away and super impressed with the items in this month's premium box. So with that being said, I would highly recommend that you get the premium subscription if you don't already have it. I would say if you want one or the other, if you can only afford one, then cancel the regular and keep the premium. But again, you have to be a regular BOXYCHARM subscriber in order to even upgrade to the premium, if that makes sense. But a lot of great things in this box this month. So the first thing being the FARSALI liquid glass little serum right here. This right here, I'm loving it, honestly. I really, really love it. And the fact that it has hyaluronic acid in it is very important to me in my skincare routine and regimen right now. So I can definitely appreciate that. And again, I just love the way that it went on and felt and seemed to be working with my skin. It seems to be working really, really well. But again, when it comes to like skincare products, that stuff takes time. It's not just a one-time use. It's not like an eyeshadow palette where you can use it and you can tell whether or not it's going to be good. That is going to take a little bit more time. And again, it does retail for $54. Also in the premium box, again, the Too Faced Palm Springs palette. I will be using this in a future video, so definitely look forward to that. And yeah, so I really can't comment on it right now because I don't know how well it's going to work or perform. But I will say that the color story is super intriguing and I'm definitely into that kind of color story, so I can't wait to use that. The third item in the box is something I've been using since I received the box, and it's the TULA Skincare Keep It Clear Acne Foam Cleanser. This right here is my ish. I love this cleanser. I really feel like it's making a difference in my skin since I've been using it, which is for a while now. Not like a whole month or anything, but it'll be coming up on a month very soon, and I can already start to see like the dark spots and blemishes on my face starting to lighten up and kind of dissipate in a sense. It's also really gentle on the skin and I absolutely love it. So on the little card it does say that this effective yet gentle foam cleanser is where clear skin begins. 2% salicylic acid provides major acne clearing power, while superfood licorice helps brighten the look of past blemish marks. Alcohol and fragrance free, this cleanser treats regular or occasional breakouts, leaving skin looking soft and glowing, and it does retail for $34. And believe me, you guys, I would not be sitting up here telling you some BS when I say that these claims seem to be super true. I really, really believe in this cleanser because I've been using it, like I said, for quite some time, and I use it every morning, every night. I do my acne medication that I need to do, and I just feel like all of the things that I'm doing in combination with one another is really, really helping out with my skin. So if you guys are on the hunt for a really good cleanser that's not only good at what it does, but it's gentle and doesn't really have too much of a fragrance, I would definitely suggest this one. So I will be using this up, and once I'm done, I will be repurchasing because I really do stand by that product. The Kat Von D single eyeshadow also came in this box as well, and again, it was a nice shadow, blended really nicely with the rest of these shadows on my eyelids, and it goes really well with the Ace Beauty palette. And then another skincare product received was this BLISS Pore Patrol. This is their Deep Detox 4 Clay Souffle Mask. This right here I have used twice, I want to say. It is a nice mask. I love the way it feels. I will continue to use it. It is like a spray can almost, so it's like foamy when it comes out, so you got to be super careful because you can definitely pour too much out that you don't need all of it. A little bit does go a long way. It's just a nice refreshing mask to use. So it does say that this mask is created with a combination of powerful clays. It's supposed to deeply cleanse the skin and minimize the look of pores without leaving it dry or tight feeling, which I can agree to the dry and tight feeling not being there, because although the mask does dry down very nicely, it doesn't feel super tight. Like some masks just get super, super tight to where you just feel like you can't talk or move unless you like wipe it or wash it off your face, and that definitely does not get like that. And for the final product of the premium box, it is this brow kit. I honestly could have done without, but I am happy that I used this. I will be using it more just because I don't feel like it did anything terrible to my brows, or it actually highlighted underneath my brows a little bit, and I kind of like that. So I will continue to use this. The brush, not so bad. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I have other brushes that could do the same thing. I feel like I've received this pencil before and this brow gel, so far. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's like necessarily holding my brow hairs in place. Like as I was touching them, they don't feel like stiff to the touch or anything like that. But it's just a clear brow gel that you just throw on your brows, and you know, I'm not mad about it. That again does retail for $42, which is kind of pricey, but at the same time, you're getting 4 products. So the premium box did come in at a total of $212, which is really good and well above the $175 value price that they state that the box could potentially be at. So it's like $175 or more, and for it to come in at $212 is super good. And the fact that I can say without a doubt, without questioning anything, 3 products out of all 6 of them that came in this box this month, I am truly happy with, and I will continue to use for sure. Again, don't forget to look out for the Palm Springs tutorial I'll be doing super soon here on my channel, and we'll be able to see if that is something I love or don't love. But for today, this is the look. This is what I created. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed filming this. I was super, super happy to film this. This is a lot of products. I probably won't do, you know, premium box and regular box again together like this, just because it's so much and I feel like this video is so long already. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did. And I really don't have anything else to say. I mean, I'm loving the look. I hope you guys love the look, and I will see you guys super, super soon in the next video or vlog, whichever one comes first.